Hello, friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks. And today I'm going to talk about a very good share, which is Polycab. And this could end up being a multi bagger with the kind of decline the share has had. So let's understand what the company does and why you should buy this stock at these prices. Let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation, and people taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Polycab, a small request that kindly support me through Patreon, and I'll make better videos on YouTube and do a better research on all the companies, whatever you come up with. And once I have 100 Patreons on Patreon, then I'll start with an education course on investment for no additional cost. So I require capital to continue with this YouTube channel because it requires a lot of research and analysis and then making presentations. So kindly support me through Patreon, and I have made a lot of articles. I've written a lot of articles on different stocks and on the markets which you can look at on different tiers. So you'll get a lot of stuff on Patreon. Just go to the website, and the link is in the description. Now about the company. Patreon was established in 1996 and they provide wires and cables for households. They are also in the business of engineering, procurement, and construction projects, manufacturing, and trading. But their main business is in the business of providing wires and cables, and they are taking on the large, you can say, players in the market and doing really well and gaining market share. The market cap of the company has gone down below. I mean, it's not 15,000 crore. When I made this video, it was 15,000 crore. It has gone down to around 11, 12,000 crore at the moment. And it is one of the renowned brand in India and currently trading at only 16, 17 times earnings. So it's not trading at, you can say, 30, 40 times. It is reasonably priced at the moment. If you look at the financials of the company for the December quarter compared to last year, we have seen a 25% increase in sales and a 12% increase in profit. The debt has reduced sharply, and that has augured well for the company, and that is what has made the investors go towards the company or the stock, because reduced debt means more profitability going forward. The return on equity is a solid 20%, and operating profit margin is decent at 14%. There's high promoter and institutional holding, and only 10% free float remains. So 90% of the holding is with the large investors who would hold on to the stock for a longer period of time. So that is good. That is also extreme positive that 90% of the shares are with, you can say, institutional holders or the promoters. So if you look at the performance of the stock, then the stock has doubled over the last 2 years. It has performed really well, but over the last 1 month, it has come down a lot. 35% decline from the top has taken place. The low it made recently was around 540, around 540, 550. Currently, it is around 730 or so. I don't know the exact price, but it is around that. So it is reasonably priced at 16, 17 times earnings on the current basis. Yes, there could be problem in the March quarter earnings because of COVID-19 and everything else. So any declines in the stock is a very good buying opportunity. The return ratios are pretty good. The numbers have remained robust over the last 3 4 quarters. It has become debt free. So there was debt of few hundred crores on the business. Now it has virtually gone debt free. So when you'll see the March 20 numbers and the balance sheet, you'll see that the debt has reduced to zero, and it is gaining market share. So it is gaining market share over Havels, over VGuard, etc. In that wires cables business, there are other companies in that business of wires and cables, in which Polycab is now probably ahead of the other market participants. So why I believe it is a buy on decline? First of all, apart from these 6 7 reasons, the first thing is the decline in the stock over the last 1 month, which I have not written here. So the decline has been sharp. The stock was trading at over 1,000 rupees at its peak recently, about 2 months back, and now it has declined sharply and gone below 800. It has touched a low of 535.35 recently. So it is reasonably priced at this point of time, and yes, you could have a couple of quarters of trouble, and we could hover around this range of 600 to 800. But these are very attractive valuations to get into Polycab, and this could end up being a multi-bagger. So that's the first reason I would definitely buy the stock. It is gaining market share in wires and cables, and once a stock which is a small cap and gaining market share and doing good amount of profits and sales, that has a recipe of being a multi-bagger. So for sure I'll buy that. The future growth looks good. So currently probably next 6 months could be difficult because of the lockdowns that are starting to happen here in India. There could be trouble in many of these consumption stocks, but later on, as people postpone their priorities towards houses, household and household things, later on there'll be a plethora of orders that would be coming in for Polycab, and then it will gain traction probably in later half of 2020 or in 21. So FY 22 could be very big for Polycab and the likes. So what you can do is probably buy in a staggered manner over a period of next 6 months, and then just sit back and enjoy the next 3 4 years of gain in the stock. It will outperform once the economy recovers. So once all this thing go away and economy picks up, Polycab would do well. It is a huge consumption play. It is not something which is related to engineering or capital goods or something which is related to high capex investment. This is pure consumption play, and it's a very good niche play to play in the consumption basket, completely debt free and performing well in difficult economics. So this is the test of any business. So this is a very difficult economic environment even before the COVID thing came out. So 4% economic growth, and in that they were performing with a growth rate of 20 odd percent on a profitability basis year on year. So I believe that this company could become really big in years to come, and with the kind of valuations that the stock is trading at, it is very attractive to buy at these levels. So what needs to be done? I believe you can buy on major declines. So if it comes back to 530, 550-ish level, it is a sure shot buy. Any 5 10% decline, the markets will hover around this 7500 to 8500 region uh, for a period of a month or so. I believe that this will continue, and probably another bottom will be made around 7700, 7800. So those will be the occasions to get into something like Polycab. Keep track of numbers. So keep track of these March numbers. Is it extremely bad, or how is it? What is the management commentary, etc. Have a good 6 7 year view. So this year you just keep buying the stock and hold it for the next 5 to 6 years, and expect to see very good returns in the stock. So it is not going to be something that will give you just about 10 12% yearly or 15% yearly. This could end up being a multi-bagger. I'm pretty sure about it that being only a 12 11 12,000 crore company, this could easily be a 40 50,000 crore company in the next 6 7 years. But have less than 5% exposure and keep a 30% stop loss, so that you may not lose a lot. So if you buy on an average at around 700, keep a stop loss at 500 and probably hold on to it, and let's see how, when the all these problems go away, how the stock do. So this was my video on Polycab. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get my video straight away when I post it, and kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.